Sikhs for Justice, SFJ we also call it, a banned Khalistani group, has stirred up significant controversy by accusing the Russian embassy in Canada of assisting India in the assassination of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Now, this has sparked a diplomatic crisis, particularly between India and Canada, which are already stayed. On December 18, SFJ claimed that Russian embassy in Canada hacked Nijjar's Telegram account in May 2023 and passed on the information to Indian Intelligence Agency, Research and Analysis Wing. We also call it RAW. The allegation didn't stop there. SFJ further accused the embassy of sharing whereabouts of another terrorist, whose name is Gurpatwan Singh Panan, with RAW, thereby facilitating a foiled murder for hire plot. Initially, SFJ had accused India of directly murdering Hardeep Singh Nijjar, who was a controversial figure in the Khalistan movement. The organization suggested that India was behind Nijjar's killing to silence a significant voice advocating for an independent Sikh state. Now, this claim set the stage for tensions between both India and Canada, as Nijjar was a Canadian citizen, making the allegations of murder specifically sensitive for the Canadian government. Now, the allegations has escalated the already strained relationship between India and Canada. India, which has long been critical of Canadian policies towards Khalistani activities, now face additional diplomatic tension. The murder accusation placed Canada in a very difficult position, as the country had to respond to the allegations while also navigating its relationship with India. The murder of Canadian citizen in the context of a global political moment like Khalistan also worsened the situation. Now, India has clearly denied any involvement in Nijjar's death, but the accusations still leave a strain on diplomatic relations with Canada. And now these tensions have affected Indian immigrants in Canada, particularly those from Punjab, who are actually often caught in the crossfire of such geopolitical dispute. That's not it. To further complicate the matter, the SFJ announced a $25,000 reward for anybody who can provide information leading to the whereabouts of Russian ambassador Olev Stepnov in Canada and Indian ambassador Vinay Mohan Quatra in the United States. SFJ's offer of the reward for tracking down diplomats have added a new dimension to the already sensitive issue, further raising a lot of concern about the safety of diplomats and possibility of the violence. But you know what? This is not the very first time when SFJ has made headlines with a controversial action. The group previously threatened to attack Russian mission around the globe and criticize Indian media houses like RT India and Sputnik India for spreading what they call disinformation about Khalistan movement. Now, these acts combined with the latest accusation make it very clear that SFJ has no intentions of backing down in their fight against India and its allies. And in the meantime, Russia is no behind. In response, the Russian embassy in Canada firmly rejected all the allegations, calling them outlandish. Now, they have raised a concern about SFJ's dangerous activities, warning that offering a reward for tracking down diplomats could be seen as a form of terrorism. The embassy further stated that it would request law enforcement action against SFJ and increase protection for their diplomatic commissions under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. But you know what? This is actually affecting Indians a lot. For Indian community in Canada, these developments are actually concerning. Canada is home to the large number of Indian migrants, specifically Sikh, who make up about 2% of the population. That is around 5 lakh people. Allegations of this nature create an environment of fear and division within the community. The action of a small extremist group like SFJ often lead to unfair scrutiny and discrimination against ordinary Indians that are living in Canada. Now, while most Indian immigrants in Canada are peaceful and well integrated into the society, the Khalistan movement's violent fraction continue to create tension, making it very hard for these individuals to live without any fear of being associated with the actions of the extremism. The allegation and the subsequent reward offers the SFJ as not only affecting diplomatic ties between India and Canada, but they are also placing Indian diplomats and citizens in a very difficult position. Now, the diplomat fallout from this could affect trade, immigration policy, and the general climate for Indian immigrants in Canada and the United States as well. Additionally, as SFJ continues to push for Khalistani independence, the Indian government has been forced to take a very hard stance against such groups. Canada, on the other hand, must balance its commitment to freedom of expression and the protection of its citizens with the need to address growing security concerns related to this extremist group. So, in conclusion, these escalating tension between India, Canada, and now pulling Russia into it underscores the deep division that is surrounding the Khalistan movement and the political violence it continues to fuel. As SFJ makes a bold accusation and offers reward, the situation is likely to get even more complicated. The fallout from this controversy will likely continue to impact Indian immigrants in Canada, potentially leading to more division and discrimination. The strained relationship between India and Canada will likely to tense further in the coming months, and ordinary people will feel the consequences of their diplomatic issue. For India, it's about protecting its diplomats, citizens, and its sovereignty. While for Canada, it's all about ensuring that safety of its people is there and its international relationships are not compromised by such political turmoil. Now, what will happen next? Only time will tell. But do follow TimesXP for more such updates.